Hi.
Hi.
What's up, dudes? I'm Erin.
I'm Nicole. This is Dude That's Fucked Up, the podcast.
That's right. How's everybody doing? We got a very loose show for you today.
Oh, yeah.
Because
we got some breaking news.
Breaking news. We were too busy celebrating Nicole's birthday this past weekend. I don't know.
We were going to record an episode in person, but then we were like, we'd rather just drink wine and hang out. So.
Yeah. And not like have to think about anything.
Research?
Yeah.
But
so
also,
that's what we did.
But also there is something breaking news-ish that like we wanted to talk about because it's relevant. It's fucked up, and personally we're connected to it, so it's wild.
Oh my God, you guys, it's so crazy. But before we get to that, just, go to the website, check it out. We've got so much fun stuff there. Mm-hmm. We have merch. Speaking of which, somebody placed an order for a magnet that it went through the day that I left for California. So I haven't sent it out yet. So hopefully that person gets their magnet soon. Sorry about that. I am home now and I will mail it today. It always sucks when I'm like, I'm off doing something. I'm not home and I can't fulfill the order. So it's all me. I'm sorry.
Erin's our fulfillment. Erin's our
shipping manager.
And shipping manager. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's an importer-exporter.
I wish. So check it out. We got merch, magnets, t-shirts, stickers. It's so fun. Mm-hmm. Lots little cute little things on there. Anything else business-wise today?
We're probably going to have to change our P.O. box. But so we'll have a California one, but we'll update y'all once we do that. It'll be in Long Beach because that's where we live now.
That's right. I mean, I haven't moved there quite yet, but I will very soon. That's what I was doing this weekend or this past week for 4th of July. I traveled to our new hometown, or it's not our hometown, but it's like our new
town
that we're going to live in. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's right. I always think like hometown's where you grew up, right?
I feel like it's where your home is because if you watch The Bachelorette, they go to hometowns, and I feel like, I guess that's where your family's from.
Yeah, I don't watch that, so I don't have anything to go by, but I always think of hometown is where you grew up, but we didn't grow up in Long Beach. That's where we're going to spend our later years of life, hopefully.
This is your retirement hometown.
Yeah. So that's what we were hanging out together in person. It was so much fun.
So fun every day.
Every day. It was great. We were checking out our new house, and Nicole had a birthday celebration on the beach. It was so fun.
I ate fucking hot dogs.
Dude, we were grilling hot dogs over the fire, and some people were trying the like Beyond Meat hot dogs.
Yeah.
And the way they were grilling was really disturbing.
Here's a note. Maybe pan cook those.
Yeah.
Don't barbecue them because they drip. Like it looks like they're melting off of themselves.
Yeah, it looks like melting flesh, like in not a good way. It's really bad.
And then we were
but I think they were still good.
Yeah, I think people enjoyed them. And also, we've also thought, what if these are Beyond Meat because they're humans? And then we were having fun talking about what if everyone who thinks they're being vegan is actually eating human flesh?
And Beyond Meat is people. It's Soylent Green. Oh, so dear. Good. Yeah, so it was just so much fun. I got to see a bunch of family and friends, and man, it's going to be, once I move there, it's shit's going to go off the rails. Dude. In the best way possible.
Oh my God.
Dude. And it was just a fun time. So yeah, but we didn't record in person like we intended just because it was like busy and fun.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. So
also, it's like yeah, I feel like we just
wanted to relax.
Yeah, we were like on vacation. I was on staycation. And
that's right.
Kind of so were you, in a way.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
I did lose my voice at the beach on my birthday, kind of.
Oh, it was so fun. Did you guys, so when I got there, everybody yelled at me and DJ that we had to pay the toll of flying a kite that you guys had got that was like really fucked up.
Yeah.
And it didn't really fly very well. The theory was that it was put together wrong, but we also were saying that whoever was the manufacturer of the kite was like pranking everybody. So did you guys ever get that kite to fly?
Yes. But
really?
Yeah, here's the thing. It was frustrating everyone, especially a lot of the dudes who just like weren't okay with like not succeeding in what should be a challenge, very simple. Pete yelled at me at some point and was like, "You put it together wrong." And I'm like, "There's one way to put it together. A stick goes here, a stick goes here. It makes like an X. It's one way." And he's like, "Yeah, but then why isn't it flying?" I'm like, "I don't know." So then it's like, "Oh, the kite's defective." And I'm like, "I think we're defective." So it's like everyone was just like so frustrated with it. At one point, my friend's husband like took it apart for like the third or fourth time.
I saw that right before we left. He like took it apart and was like, "I'm going to fix it." We're like, okay.
No, but then probably 5 minutes later, like after you guys left, he's like, "I'll get back to this." And just like threw it on the ground and went in the water. And then he came back. And then finally, like hours later, my dad got there. And my dad just walks over. I'm like, "Dad, do you know how to fly a kite?" And he's like, "Yeah. You know, you should be able to fly it." And he takes one look at it and he's like, "Oh, you need to connect." It was like a triangle at the top and then these like two floppy bits. And he's like, "You got to connect this floppy bit into the other thing. So it's a perfect triangle."
Yeah.
This is why it's not flying, because it's not creating like a tight.
Fucking millennials don't know how to fly a goddamn kite.
It needed a dad. It needed a dad to just come over and be like, "Oh, what are you guys doing?
You fucking dummies here." You don't even, you can't fly this kite because it's not even fucking put together.
Yeah, fucking my dad, Gary Poppins, just wandered over, was like, "Let's go fly this kite." His name's not Gary.
No, it's not. But it's funny because it rhymes with Mary. We get it. We got it. Well, it was a good time. But I remember I got there and I was just like running around trying to fly this fucking kite I probably look like the dumbest person alive.
No dumber than me, who spent literal hours trying to fly that fucking kite. And there was like a group of young people kind of like to the left of us. And they saw us like in the morning before anyone was there, just trying to do this thing. And we were just like running up and down the beach. P.S. The next day I was so sore from like throwing it and then like running with the string. Just like a fucking idiot. Anywho,
it was fun.
We finally got it. Oh, but by then it was shredded to bits because everyone had like crashed it so many times and taken it apart and put it back together, and we just threw it away. We got it in the air once, and we were like, "That's good."
Well, now you know how to fucking put together and fly a kite.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's like changing a tire.
Blessed be.
Oh, it was great. A great time. Mm-hmm. I got sunburned. I had the dumbest sunburn you've ever seen. I like got my face and my neck with sunscreen, but I forgot like my collarbone shoulder area. So I had like a lay, you know, like a sunburn lay around my neck. It was stupid.
I didn't get sunburned for once.
Great.
It was great. It was a good, successful birthday.
Yeah.
And we had fun at your house on 4th of July.
Yeah, it was great. We celebrated Jack's birthday, like almost birthday. My mom made him a cake and he fucking destroyed it, and it was great. It was just so fun.
Oh my God. It was a cake in quotes.
Yeah. My mom made this like sugar-free, gluten-free, fucking fruit sweetened cake.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
It was good, but I feel like, I don't know if you call that cake.
No. It was like it's like
a bread. It's like
health bread.
Yeah.
It's like it was like a banana bread. Yeah.
It's like dessert bread. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very good. And the frosting was good too. It was like
I mean,
tofu, cream cheese, like.
Yeah.
sweetened with juice or something. It was very
Yeah,
fancy. And there
I
was
know.
berries on it.
Yeah, well, Jack liked it. He really went for
Oh,
it,
I
so that
liked
was
it.
cool.
I ate a whole big piece.
I know.
Yeah, he really went for
I
it.
loved it. Yeah, so that's what we did, and it was, too busy for us to do that, to do a live recording. But here we are now.
Here we
And
are.
do we have any, you know what? I think we have a joint fucked up thing, honestly.
Ooh, what?
The 2 goddamn earthquakes that happened.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my. What? There was 3, wasn't there?
Oh, I didn't feel the third one. Whoops.
Oh.
Oh, I just almost knocked over my entire microphone.
Took it down with your beer.
I know. I'm just, loose and feeling myself.
Yeah, just easing back into non-vacation.
Yeah, so we got to California and it was 4th of July and we were having people over and we're just sitting there in the morning waiting for everybody to get there, and it felt like we were on a boat. Like that's how the earthquake felt. It was like a very rolly sensation.
Yeah.
I don't mind those types of earthquakes though. Like it's the really shaky ones that are loud that scare the shit out of me.
That was the one the next day. Scared me.
Yeah.
Because, that one, I didn't even feel it. I was like dancing around our living room, just like being weird. And Pete was like, oh my God, earthquake. And I was like, right now? And then I had to like stop. And then it was like, ooh. And I was like, oh. But then.
And then the next day was way stronger.
And that was scary. It made like loud sounds. Like it moved our art. Like on the wall. And it was like whacking into the wall. And I was like, oh God.
And it was hard to kind of stand. It felt like you were like gonna fall over. It was really scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, we, of course, the minute we get to California, we just have these giant earthquakes.
I know.
It was really crazy.
Oh my gosh. I think being back here for 6 years now, that was the first one. Those were the first ones I've felt.
Yeah, we haven't had a big earthquake in California in a really long time, so everybody was freaking the fuck out. I think a lot of people who maybe grew up there that are young don't remember or haven't experienced big earthquakes before. Or if you're older and you have experienced big earthquakes, you might not remember what they felt like, or it's because it's been so long since we've had a big earthquake. I mean, it's been 20 years since we've had a really big earthquake. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, people were freaking out.
I don't even know what to do. And I know we did a whole episode on earthquakes, but I don't think you're supposed to stand in the doorway anymore.
No, that's bullshit. Don't do that.
Yeah. I know you need to be away from like the walls, because really like the most people get injured in an earthquake because something falls onto them.
Right.
And I think that's why the doorway is like helpful, because there's nothing to fall on you, you know?
Yeah, but it's not people think it's structurally a strong part of the house, which it can be, but like you don't have time to observe and like go look in the plans to see if it's a load bearing wall and all this shit. Yeah. It's like, just get under a table, any table that's strong, and cover your head and hold on to the leg, your head and your neck.
Wait, so is the idea that if you get under a table, that if the like roof collapses or something, you'll be saved?
It's not even, I mean, that's an extreme thing. Oh, okay. Like, but if stuff's falling off the wall, or like if like a bookcase or something falls over, there's at least something to, or even just books from the bookshelf are falling off. There's like something to stop them from crashing onto your head.
God, I'd be mortified if I died because a stupid book fell off my bookshelf. And I mean like a stupid book. Like Pete, I think, got for free that Howard Schultz book. Oh, God. And it was like on our bookshelf. Like, what if that came off and hit me in the head and I died?
That'd be so upsetting. But listen, there are worse ways to die.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Like dying in a hot dog eating contest or something like we talked about last week.
God. Or just like dying from eating a hot dog. in general. Like, what if it was poisoned? But you wouldn't be able to taste it because it just tastes gross anyway. No, they're okay.
We ate so many hot dogs at your birthday, but it was not nowhere near a competition.
No, but my pants are tight. I think because I feel like when a holiday comes, I graze a lot, and I don't think that's good for me specifically because I just won't stop. Like I need to sit down and have a meal. So mentally, I'm like, I ate. Because then if I don't do that, I'll just keep eating whatever I'm eating. Yeah. So that day, there was like people there long enough that we ate twice. Like we had lunch hot dogs and then dinner hot dogs. And then, because we had a bunch of fucking hot dogs. And then I was like eating cake. And then we brought it home. And then I had cake here. But then my mom made a lemon cake. And it was like it didn't have like a cover on it. And it was just kind of open for a while. And I like ate some of it later that night at home, and it just tasted like campfire because like the smoke had been blowing into it, and it just like absorbed it. It was like a campfire cake because that's what it tasted like. It got gross, and that made me sad because I was like, oh, I only had a little of this earlier. But anyway, so then I just ate the chocolate cake instead.
Oh, dang. It's hard.
Life is hard.
Thing. Yeah. My purse smelled like campfire for like 2 days. Oh, I kind of like it though.
Yeah, I think my purse does smell. Oh my God, my car smells so bad.
Really?
Yeah, it smasmells like a campfire. But yeah, so I mean, we still have hot dogs left. I'm gonna save them here till you guys come back, and we'll
I think we're good. Well, we saw a lot of family and a lot of friends this past week. It was wonderful. And tons of fireworks were happening in our new neighborhood. It was very cool and very loud. People were shooting off like real massive explosive fireworks on our street.
How do they even get those?
Probably illegally.
Yeah.
And they were fucking loud. And I was like so worried Jack was going to wake up, but he did. I mean, it sounded like it was straight up bombs going off.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it would like scare you every time one would explode. It was like loud as fuck. But he didn't wake up, so that was cool.
Oh my God. Also, BB Jack was just the most precious little man. He was like, I think, because we were talking, he hears my voice a lot around the house. So when we first met up on Wednesday for lunch, Jack was just like looking at me. Like, he couldn't, like, he was just like so weirded out. Who is this person? I feel like I recognize this voice, but I don't know them. Yeah,
he was like just really into you, and it was so cute. He would just watch you, and he would laugh at you, and it was so sweet.
It was so cute. And then every day it was just more and more, and he would just get more like laughy with me and more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I just kept saying, "You're an angel. Who's an angel?" and he'd just go, "It's me, Dolce." I'm Madame Cher's little baby angel. So fun.
It was very, very sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what a time. Yeah, it was great. And hope you all had a good holiday.
Yeah.
So should we talk about our topic?
Yeah, let's do it. I feel like I should just reveal why we're talking about it.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, so let's just talk about loosely what the story is.
Yeah.
There was some teenagers in Alaska, specifically a girl, who was catfished by someone not even in the state of Alaska, like someone she didn't even know, who bribed her to kill someone. And she basically involved some other people. Anyway, this shit all went down. We're gonna talk more about the details. But Pete's oldest brother, Ben, is a public defender in the state of Alaska. He's very good. He gets awards. He's like, he is like the cream of the crop. Like public defenders, are not always regarded highly because I think they get really kind of like sometimes sketchy cases, but also they get really overworked, like because they're paid
Yeah.
by the state. And so I feel like some of them are looked at as being really shitty,
Right, because it's a thankless job.
Yeah.
People tend to look at public defenders as if like, how could you be defending a murder or whatever? But this is like what our country is based on
Right.
is a fair and just legal system. And in order to have that, you have to have these people who do this job. You have to, because not every single, our judicial system is, it should be one of the best, but there's
Right.
stuff that it is.
There's a lot of
things,
systemic bullshit that just
yeah,
it makes it so it's shitty for a lot of people.
yeah. But the point is that people are innocent until proven guilty. Right. So a public defender is going to work to help that whoever's being charged with a crime to be represented and not just thrown in jail.
Yeah.
And of course,
oh yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, of course, like a lot of people are just thrown in jail anyway, but
right.
Yeah.
Well, and I was gonna say too, like even in all these cases, sometimes they are pleading guilty. So they're already admitting their guilt in some of these cases. Mm-hmm. And really, it's the job of the public defender to get them the right like a just sentence. So right. It's like to make sure that even if things aren't looking good for this person, that they're not being punished beyond what is just and all that stuff. So yeah. It is like, it's wild. Anyway.
Yeah, because we don't hang people anymore. Like we don't do that.
Well, we have the death penalty, but not everywhere.
But with not without a trial. Like we actually we give people a trial, and in order to do that, we have to have both sides represented. So
right. Well, we're gonna talk about this case, but anyway, so Pete's oldest brother is representing one of the people who is being accused of murder.
Crazy.
It is crazy.
This case is very intense. Like it's still an ongoing case. Uh-huh. There's still it just happened recently where, these kids got turned in and everybody's got arrested and arraigned and whatever. But it's not, there's no end to this story yet, but we just wanted to give you guys some details about what this is because it is fucked up. Like it is the definition of, it has everything really, if you think about it.
It's got everything.
It's got everything. Catfishing. Fake names.
Indiana. The state of Indiana. The state of Alaska.
Yeah.
Pete's brother.
Pete's brother. Yeah, this shit is fucking wild. First of all, Alaska. What a place.
Listen, there's a lot of weirdos up there. I've talked about it before.
Yeah.
I always feel so guilty, but it's like you get on a plane to go up there, and first of all, it's like 80% white men on the flight, and a lot of them are just like weird and old. Like, I like just like, they buy 100% of their clothing at Cabela's or whatever that place is. Or like Bass. What's that?
Bass Pro Shop or whatever.
Yeah. And it's just like everything's fucking camo and like full like ZZ Top beards that are very unkempt. This is so rude. But there's a lot of shit that goes on up there.
Well, Alaska's very remote.
Yeah.
There are, there's some culture there, but
yeah.
This is the people we're talking about, man. I don't know what happened to these kids to get somebody to the point where they're willing to just go for it and murder somebody, but this is what happened.
Yeah.
So basically this young girl, I mean, she's not a girl, she's technically a woman. Her name is a 19-year-old woman, named Denali Bremer, who was catfished by this 21-year-old dude, Darren Schillmiller, who was pretending to be a multimillionaire online named Tyler. Denali's from Alaska, from Anchorage, and the guy that catfished her, he's actually from New Salisbury, Indiana, but he, like you said, he told her he was a millionaire who lived in Kansas.
What?
So
red flag number one. Okay.
I'm sure there's lots of millionaires in Kansas,
Oh,
but it's
are
like,
you? I don't think so.
but like,
What are you doing if you're a millionaire living in Kansas?
But also, like, of all the places in the world, why would you say you're like already lying about everything? Why would you say you're from Kansas?
Say you're fucking from Dubai or somewhere where I believe like people have money. You know what I mean? Like, and not that Kansas people don't have money, but I don't know how many like millionaires are living in Kansas, just like living their best life.
I'm sure there's some very nice places.
Move to the Maldives or like go live in like somewhere where it's fancy and you could spend your monies.
Yeah, shit, man. There's probably plenty of people who have tons of money who are like, I just want to get the fuck out of the rat race and move to Kansas.
No, then you move to Montana with the other millionaires.
That's true. But you get more bang for your buck in Kansas.
Maybe it's like $1 million in Kansas money. Like, maybe that's...
This is so rude to Kansas. But also there's tornadoes there, so what the fuck are you going to do, you know? But there are natural disasters everywhere, so.
Fucking tornadoes. All your money, all your cash just goes up into the cyclone and then you're not a millionaire anymore. Get out. That's what I'm saying. Move to fucking Polynesia or like go somewhere tropical. Go to an island. Seriously. You know what I mean? Go live on Maui or something. There's so many places you could live. If you're a millionaire, you're not living in Kansas. That's... You know what? Come at me, everyone. You tell me if there's someone that you know that has $1 million. Not even just $1 million. More than $1 million. And lives in Kansas.
Of all the places he said he lived in Kansas and that he is a millionaire. And he gets in this, they get in this online relationship with each other. It's a full-blown catfish situation.
God.
So I don't know how long they've been talking, but it was long enough to where this guy gets her, this Denali Bremer person, gets her like so twisted up and totally manipulated that she just believes everything he says, and he tells her to do all these crazy things before any of this happens, and I think it keeps escalating and escalating. And there's some really fucked up details to this story. He like made her, or I don't know like how fucked up she was, but he told her to make like basically like child porn with like underage kids and send it to him. Yeah.
No.
Like, you know, young teenagers doing like sexual stuff.
Child porn if they're under 18.
Yeah. So she's doing all this stuff and like sending him videos, and
oh no,
she promises him that she will murder somebody for him.
Oh
like,
my God. Well,
that's like a way to declare your undying and unrequited love for somebody, is say that you will kill somebody for them, I guess.
Oh my God. This is where also I'm like, she was already fucked up. Like,
yeah.
That's rude to say. But like, because I think he offered her money. He was like, I'll pay you to kill someone.
Well, that's the thing. He said, since he was a millionaire, that he'd pay her $9 million to murder somebody. And yeah, I mean,
get the cash up front. At least half of it. There's so
much. Get those coins. You can't just like do.
No.
It's in this gig economy, you got to be fucking getting that money up front.
At least half of it. She should have asked for $4.5 million to be wired to an account first.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have killed anyone. But I'm just saying, she didn't have to, because she could have gotten the $4.5 million and been like, bye. Except he didn't have that. But
Yeah, because he wasn't a fucking millionaire.
He's not an actual millionaire named Tyler from Kansas.
No.
Go figure.
This piece of shit. I mean, he had to be some... I don't know how this happens. I don't know how things escalate like this. It is just so crazy to me that things could spiral so quickly and so drastically for people.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a simple, like, murder. It was, like, very, very... Well, you know what I mean. It was very involved, and it was so premeditated. So basically what happened was...
Allegedly. Do we have to say that in here anywhere? Yeah, we'll just allegedly.
I think so. Allegedly, after this Darren Schillmiller dude had been, gassing up Denali for months and telling her that he's going to pay her to murder somebody, she actually does it. So she gets some friends. I think 2 of them that can be mentioned by name are over, like, the age of whatever is considered to not be, like, 15.
Well, they're being tried as adults, I think.
Right.
Because of their involvement in, like, how things went down. So their names are public record.
Yeah, well, but there was also 2 younger accomplices that were involved that they can't say their names because they were younger than, younger than 16, I think. So she recruits. So after being catfished, she goes and also does some top-notch manipulating somehow and gets 4 of her friends, a 19-year-old named Caleb Leland, and a 16-year-old named Caden McIntosh. And then there's 2 other kids who are not named because they're underage.
Yeah.
So those 2 other kids the 19-year-old and the 16-year-old are being tried for murder with her. So what they ended up doing is this is so sad to me. Like, it's so fucked up. The person that they end up murdering is this young girl, and she thought she was friends with Denali. Her name is Cynthia Hoffman, and she's just this seemingly sweet, nice person, and she thought these were her friends, and they lured her out onto a trail to, like, go hiking, went off the trail, bound her up with duct tape, and they shot her in the back of the head.
Oh my God.
It's, like, brutal. It's so fucking brutal. I don't know how you do this. It's just so mind-boggling to me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, well, first of all, you said gas up Denali, which made me laugh because that's a car. And is that lady, and is the murderess's name, allegedly. But that's what I'm saying. Like, no, money is not a motivator that much, is it? Like, you already have to be willing to kill someone. Like, I wouldn't kill someone for $9 million.
Right.
So,
I mean, and also if you've never seen a dime from this person.
Yeah.
Like, I would need some, I don't know, like, how does somebody just go and do that?
Show me the money. You know what I mean?
Show me the money. Yeah, so they just fucking did it. They just took her out into the woods and murdered her. And now these kids, this poor girl, this sweet, sweet girl. Ugh, just thinking she's hanging out with her friends. They take her out and they murder her. They throw her in a river. They find her body eventually. And then they all, like, confess immediately. And then, because they're just stupid idiots. They're not. And that's the problem, man. That's the thing that gets me. It's just like this guy that was doing it is just a psychopath. To get somebody to do something like this is so beyond. But then these kids, they just did it, and they just ruined their lives, and they're just stupid. They're just dumb.
So stupid. Yeah, it's like Well, and I think he's being extradited. I don't know. There aren't like a ton of updates on this, and obviously Benny can't really talk about it.
No.
So it's not like we have any secret details or anything. But I think that Tyler guy or whatever his pseudonym. What's his real name? Something.
Darren Schillmiller.
Darren Schulmuller.
Darren.
Darren. He is being extradited, I think, to Alaska.
Yes. Yeah, he's being tried in Alaska.
Ooh.
They're gonna take his ass out of wherever the fuck he is, Indiana or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're gonna he's definitely gonna go to jail.
Yeah.
Because he's like the mastermind, and he's the one that like thought all this stuff up, and he was in constant contact with Denali, telling her like, send me videos of everything, and she sent him videos, Snapchats of all the stuff that he told her to do. Like, you know, he was like, basically like, molest these children, send me the fucking videos
Receipts,
of it.
yeah.
Like, just so stupid, and sick, just absolutely disgusting. This guy is disgusting. These kids are disgusting. I don't even know what to say. It's just like shocking how stupid people can be, though.
You know what's one of the worst parts about it? One of the guys, Leyland, Caleb Leyland, admitted to officials after the crime was committed and like he had been taken in that he had been promised $500,000 for his role in this murder.
Jesus.
It's just like, what are people doing? Why do kids think that's a lot of money these days?
I mean, it is a huge amount of money, but also it's
not
like
that much anymore. I mean, like, you know.
I mean, honestly, I think these kids were just so stupid, A, and so bored, B.
Maybe.
That they probably would have done it for less money. I don't know.
I know who. Yeah, they could have. Ugh, God.
People have done worse for way less, and you know, it's just a crazy story that, like I said, things just like spiraled so quickly because we kind of laugh at like the catfishing. The idea of catfishing is just so crazy,
or like salmon fishing if it's in Alaska.
That's what I was thinking of too. Yeah, the idea of catfishing is just so absurd if you're at all savvy online. Yeah. And that's where I get it's so strange to me that people of the younger generation, these 19, 16, whatever year old kids, they're supposed to be the ones that are more savvy than anybody at the internet, and they're getting catfished.
Oh my God. That's so true.
Come on.
Like it's not, you know, it's not 68-year-old Phyllis from Denver or whatever, like just getting her first Facebook account and she's getting catfished, you know, for like $1,000 from the African prince or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a kid. It's kids who have been on the internet and know all this stuff is fake. But also, I just feel like at that time, not that this is like not an excuse, but especially like kids are just so impressionable and want to be like liked. And and I feel like I feel like we probably had friends do things for the attention of boys or whatever. Yeah. You know, that they knew they shouldn't be doing, or, you know, like I feel like I never, I was always like, oh, I'll like try and be funny. But I mean, I pretty much drew the line there. I wasn't doing crazy stuff. Yeah. But it's like you want to be liked, and if it's like a guy is showing you attention or whatever, and then you're just like, oh. I don't know.
Who fucking knows? The motivation for anybody to do anything like this is it's beyond anything. So
yeah.
Yeah, they're all facing up to 99 years behind bars for each of the murder and conspiracy to commit murder charges.
Oh my
And up
God.
to 5 years in prison for each of the tampering with physical evidence charges because they deleted text messages and videos and whatever else. Like they tried to get rid of evidence basically.
Yeah.
And the Schillmiller guy is in FBI custody. And like we said, he's going to be extradited to Alaska.
Ugh.
But they are in deep shit. And one of the sadder things about this is the girl Denali that was behind, like not the she wasn't the mastermind, but she was the one that allegedly did all the heavy lifting here. She has a kid. So it's sad all around, man.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah. She didn't even know his real name. She found everything out like after the fact. Like,
oh my God.
That he like had catfished her. It's pretty bad.
Oh. Well, we just found out about this because Pete was talking to his brother, and his brother's like, "Oh yeah, have you like seen this case like that's happening?" I'm like, I'm representing one of the kids or whatever. And Pete was like, "What?" And then he like Googled it, and there was like New York Times articles and all this shit. And
Ugh.
Benny's been like being harassed by all these like reporters and stuff calling him and asking
Constantly.
for him. Yeah, just like inundating him with calls, and he isn't really giving comments to anyone.
Oh, and another detail that makes this even worse.
Oh, what? Oh no.
As if it couldn't get worse, is that Cynthia, the girl the victim, she was developmentally disabled, and she like considered Denali her best friend.
Oh.
And so she was just very trusting and vulnerable, and she just didn't know. That's all she wanted to do was have, friends and hang out, and she thought she could trust these kids, and turns out they're disgusting creeps
my God.
murderers. So
you know what? That's why you got to teach your kids self-defense, stab at the eyes. My mom always said, if someone tells you not to scream, you scream, you bite, you like scratch.
Yeah. Go for the eyes, nose, throat, and
groin,
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it hurt if a girl is punched in the groin?
Yeah. Haven't you ever fucking hit your vag like riding a bike or anything?
I guess, yeah.
It really fucking hurts.
And not for a long time, thankfully.
Like, because you're basically bruising your pubic bone.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There's like a little bit of flesh there, and then you're fucking. Ugh.
Also, I guess it would depend on like the kind of vulva and like parts you have, because maybe you're like mostly an outie.
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe you have more, like. Maybe
you have some
maybe
flaps.
You got some flaps. Maybe you got some flaps and they're flapping. Which I will say, when I was at the beach, the bathrooms were very gross. So when I put on my swimsuit, I did it in a towel. And for a moment, I had no pants on under my towel, and the wind was blowing. It felt very nice.
Yeah, your flaps were blowing in the breeze, huh?
Yeah, they were. It was like my vagina was a windsock.
I think that's not what you want.
Oh, it was like an American flag, very patriotic, flapping in the wind. It was like a bunch of birthday balloons on a mailbox saying "Party's here."
Again, if your flaps have any resemblance to a balloon, something is wrong. Oh God! Well, you guys look up this case if you dare. It is terrible.
What if it's just the end of the balloon, like that you tie off?
A balloon knot? That's a butthole.
Oh, good. Yep, I knew that. All right, sorry. Yeah, look up this case.
Look up this case if you guys are feeling, feeling up to it.
We basically gave you all the information. There's not much more.
that's all the info we have so far.
We'll
Like we said,
update.
it's still in process, and Nicole's basically brother-in-law is the public defender for one of these
Wild.
kids. Yeah,
Wild,
so
wild.
insane shit. And man, I hope justice is served. And goddamn, what a shitty thing.
So sad. But also, fucking do better on the internet.
Don't get catfish, guys. We've said this so many times, I think. Fuck.
Oh my god. Just like don't talk to strangers on the internet.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one thing to do like dating apps and stuff. Like even that's like sketchy as fuck, but like man, there's some fucked up people in this world and they don't give a shit and they'll take advantage of you and be weird and just
But I feel like
careful.
dating apps at least like verify users through emails and stuff. Like I feel like people can just like slide into your DMs with like fucked up Instagram accounts and shit.
That's true.
I get so much spam.
Yeah, I do too. I just automatically report and block people. Though.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so that's the moral of the story. Just watch out. Be careful out there. It's a giant cesspool.
Yeah.
And some of the worst people in the world are freely able to move about and invade people's lives as they so choose.
Yeah. I feel like we shit on Kansas a lot, but we should have shit on Indiana. Thinking about it now.
I know.
Because that's where the guy's from, allegedly.
We've driven through Indiana, and
bland.
It was, man, if a steak could be made out of mayonnaise, that's what it would be.
Although I've been to Cleveland and I did like it.
That's Ohio.
Oh. I was thinking the Cleveland Indians because we went to a game.
Which is racist as fuck, by the way.
I know, but this was like circa 2006 before people cared about that, I guess.
Before people were like, hey, that's racist.
Yeah, before people were like, hey, although people were already saying that, but.
Yeah. No, to be clear, it's always been racist.
Right.
Just that people are like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have that mascot anymore.
It was like before people were like, hey, maybe we should do better? ? Which we're trying now. We're all trying. We're learning every day. We're trying to be better people. All right.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway. Okay, well, that's it, I suppose.
Yeah, it's very loose. Sorry that we were just, all over the map, but
no, I don't care. We don't care.
We don't care.
Sorry, not sorry. Too late to apologize.
Follow us on social medias.
DTFU Podcast, all the platforms. You could visit our website, dtfupodcast.com, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. I don't have much more to say except be excellent to yourselves.
And each other.
That's right.
Don't get salmon fished.
Don't get salmon fished. It's like way more than catfished.
It is, yeah. It's like you're not just handing over your routing number to your checking account. You're
also murdering somebody. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
All right.
All right, guys. Take it easy and be careful out there.
Bye.